Hello, welcome to LinMot Tutorials. In this video, I will discuss the process of configuring discrete outputs for your LinMot drive using LinMot Talk. If you have not done so already, please be sure to check out Discrete IO Part 1 for information on how to configure inputs for your drive using LinMot Talk. In the previous video, we have hooked up the digital input on X4.5 to the switch on bit in the control word, home to the input X4.6, and error acknowledge to input X4.7. Upon completion of the homing procedure, we know that our drive is homed, but how do we communicate that to a PLC? We see that homed is set to 1 in the status word, and we could link this bit in the status word to a digital output on the LinMot drive. To configure this input, we will navigate to the same area of the parameter tree that we use to configure the digital inputs. This is located in Parameters, Motion Control SW, Drive Configuration, I/O Definitions, and then we will set digital out X4.3. So if you click on digital out X4.3 function, you can set it up to have status word homed. Again, a dialog box will pop up telling you that you will have to stop the firmware in order to make these changes. Click yes to stop the firmware. Now, as long as your motor has been homed, this output bit on X4.3 will be high. Next, we could set up a discrete output on X4.4 in order to communicate with the PLC every time the drive is in an error state. To do this, click on status word error. Now we can test the behavior of these digital outputs. Notice that X4.3 begins being low, as this corresponds to the motor being in a homed state. We can turn on the drive using the previously configured inputs, X4.5, and home using X4.6. Upon completion of the homing procedure, you can see the homed bit in the status word turned to 1, and X4.3 output goes high. Likewise, I can also cause an error in the drive, and you can see the value of X4.4 go high. Also note that you can see this in the status word. If you look at bit 3 of the status word, you can see that the error bit has now turned to 1. We can clear this by checking the box next to X4.7 to override that input to go high. Remember, in the previous video, we have configured X4.7 to be the error acknowledge. Thank you for watching.